What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of 21 Savage's third solo album, American Dream. This was only announced just a few days ago. Surprise drop, blockbuster rap album drop for 21 Savage, who has just been on an incredible run, an incredible heater for years at this point. I think, given how much I like American Dream, I think it's pretty safe to say that 21 Savage is a upper echelon, top tier rapper in the game today. And a lot's been made about this as the first 21 solo album in 5 years since 2018's I Am Greater Than I Was. And that is technically true, although, of course, in 2020 we did get Savage Mode 2, which was a collab project with Metro Boomin. Given that 21's the only lead vocalist on that, I feel like that was really the last, solo project from 21. Of course, we got Her Loss, a year and change ago, collab album with Drake, which is definitely a collab album, but more of a Drake album than a 21 album. But I like that one quite a bit as well. And yeah, 21's back with American Dream. And I gotta say, like, man, there's just heaters, man. This is giving you everything you want from a 21 Savage album. I mean, I think this is up there with his best work, and I really love the album. And it was announced alongside a upcoming biopic film starring Donald Glover and Caleb McLaughlin. We don't know when that exactly is coming out, but coming soon. Obviously, 21. He's had some, interesting or important, milestones in his life. Becoming a permanent American resident citizen in all respects. After, of course, being here uh, outside the traditional legal path. And to celebrate that, 21 Savage went back to his native UK just a few months ago to perform for the first time. So, obviously, very happy for him to do that. But I gotta say, like, 21, just as an artist, he brings out the best in his guests. He has really fun quotables, he has great flow, and he always is on really, I think, glamorous, glitzy production. And he just really, I think, puts that blockbuster brand on trap music. And I mean, if you've been paying attention, you've loved 21 since what, 2016 ish. I didn't love Savage Mo 1 when I first heard it, but I think pretty quickly he became hard to deny in the years to follow. And we're coming up on 10 years with 21 Savage in our lives already. Pretty awesome. But yeah, just going through this track list, man. American Dream. The first track is just kind of opening voiceover, and then I think, mix like transition really well into this opening sample on the first real track, All of Me. And then the drum kind of hits. We get into this classic 21 flow, and Savage is just doing his kind of storytelling, uh, spinning of the yarn, telling you a tale. Really, one of countless funny lines on this project. My shooter pescatarian, but he eat up all the beef. I mean, just who among us disagrees, right? From there, though, I think track 3, Red Rum, first real banger on the project. Another sung sample kind of in the beginning. 21 starts dropping the woes on us. You're about to melt the speakers when you hear that. The drum tempo kind of picks up. Total banger. A lot of fun quotables. I mean, I think it's great. Picks up the tempo just a little bit from All of Me as well. And then right after that, you have NHIE featuring Doja Cat. And that's kind of an interesting song because it's like, I think, a bit like stripped down, like more understated, like more sparse beat, but still pretty fun collab. Doja's flow is good. I think the funny ad lib where she literally just says ad lib as her ad lib, I'm going to assume that was done for comedic effect and not just as like a reference track thing they never finished. So we'll give it the benefit of the doubt there. Pretty fun though. Like, the chemistry I think those two can kind of have as people that can kind of occupy different pockets when they rap. It sounds really good. And then, man, just keeping this going. The next track, Sneaky. God damn, man, this one's so fire. The audience ad lib, like just giving you the call and response, in between 21's bars. I think that's so good. 21's flow in general is really fire. The beat is from Coop. When I first heard it, I was like, man, this is a glamorous ass Metro beat, isn't it? But it wasn't Metro, so shout out Coop. Amazing beat. I mean, this is just what you want from like flexing trap music. Like, this is it. This is like gold standard stuff right here. Yeah, going through it. Next one, Pop Your Shit, featuring Young Thug, Metro Beat. This one was okay. Thug was pretty playful on the track, though. Right after that, though, you have another great, I think, storytelling song from 21, Letter to My Brudda, talking about a lot of his friends that have passed on in the past. Over these like piano keys, almost a little drill, vibey in terms of the darkness there. Really good. Um, After that, we have Dangerous, which is another, I think, just fire song. Lil Durk spazzes on this. Again, like 21 really brings out the best in his guests. And I was listening to the first time, like, oh wow, Dirk actually kind of stole this song from 21, but then you get the second 21 verse, which I think is a lot better than the first verse. Sounded great. And then again, speaking to how good he brings out his guests, the next song after Dangerous is Nee-Nah featuring Travis Scott, and you get Travis Scott rapping with his goddamn chest in a way I haven't heard from him in some time, rapping harder than he ever did on Utopia last year, sounding great. And then the 21 verse, I think, is just actually like insane. Like there's so many quotables, so many lines. Uh, like he just can give you cold ass lines all the time too. I feel like that's one of his brands with the quotable, right? Like when that Choppa sing, you really think that they go miss you. Just like the way like he can be so like off the cuff, matter of fact about how he dresses people down. It's just very cold. It's very dark. I love it. And the Metro beat, kind of has this like orchestral start to it, and then like you have this like chopped up sample, like great stuff. Then from here, I think the album kind of flips around where we get a bit more melodic, a bit more like R&B indebted, I guess you could say. See the Real. I didn't love 21 kind of singing a little bit on that. I just didn't think he did too good. But then like you get some really fun collabs from here on out. Again with this kind of different flair. Prove It with Summer Walker. Should Have Worn a Bonnet with Brent Fayez. Just Like Me with Burna Boy. It's definitely not like traditional like hard ass trap like you're getting in the first half of the album, but I think it all sounds pretty good. My favorite song has to be with my guy Brent. I mean, goddamn, it's like kind of like a sex jam in the way these guys go about it. I mean, Brent literally singing about wanting to have his girl running like a faucet. I mean, goddamn, it's pretty explicit. But I think it sounds pretty good. It's a fun collab, and I mean, it's just big star power for me personally as a huge Brent Fayez fan. Just Like Me, 21 and Burna Boy, I think they actually fit pretty well on this. It's a nice companion to Sitting on Top of the World off the Burna Boy album last fall. So nice returning the favor on this one. Yeah, and I mean, 21 Savage, man. Like, what more can you say? Like, he's an absolute superstar at this point. I mean, you look at the Spotify numbers, and partially due to his collab with The Weeknd, Creepin', he does big numbers with monthly listeners. Nonetheless, though, he's got tons of his own hits, and those are songs that aren't just the songs with Drake either. Like he's got plenty of his own solo hits as well. Look at the numbers, and it's backed up because the music is great. I think to me, he's like clearly and like almost peerless in like Atlanta right now. Like he's just making way better music than Future or Lil Baby are doing right now. Obviously, they're just as famous as him, but to me, like no one's touching 21. Right now, especially Thug's in jail. Like who else is doing it? So, but he's clearly transcended and got way more national, international, beyond the traditional, like trap Atlanta space, southern rap space. So I think it's just really great to see the work continue to like really come across. Like this is an album with tons of samples, like samples I can't even recognize off the first listen. You got to like really like dig in the crates and like look up on Genius, like what are these reference points? There's a lot of craft I think to this, and 21 can give you like the fun banger party type stuff and do it like at a really high level, but he also can give you that storytelling music, and that combo is just that's what makes him so great. So 21 Savage, American Dream, absolute banger. I mean, it's January 12th. It's only just begun, but I don't know. That might be a contender for one of the best rap albums of the year, given off the kind of light rap year we just had in 2023. We'll see. Let me know, what did you think of 21's latest effort? What was your favorite song? And for more rap reviews, more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.